Yep. You are now live. Yeah. Just listening up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This is your boy Harlow, Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Oh, excuse me. Let me run that back. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Your boy Harlow speaking. My man, Kurt, what's up, y'all? We got episode, what's this, 198? 198. We two away from little people strippers, big booties, play money. We two away. Yes, sir. We two away. Yeah, 198, man. And we need your help. We need you to find these little peoples. I don't want to say midgets because I know that's politically incorrect. Yeah, I know it, but I gotta explain. We just want, we ain't trying to get wild. We just want a couple of them. I didn't even know who we talking about. Yeah, a couple of, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, good time. How was your week, sir? My week was good. It went by really fast. I ain't gonna lie to you, so I'm happy about that. Whenever the work week goes by fast, I'm happy. You know what I mean? It's some slow weeks, and I just be like, man. But it's been a week. You know what I mean? We had some things happen, so we got a lot to talk about and unpack. But my week personally was pretty good. I can't even complain. Nothing to talk about. Just the average week. What about yours? Week was pretty good. Yesterday kind of sucked because we had at my job we had to deal with containers and stuff. Oh, okay. And usually, what happened is most of the time they call us. And let's say if the container comes, let's say it's in port and it comes to it'll come to our warehouse, it'll be on land Thursday. And it's okay, well, we can get it Monday. But nah, they call the boss and the lady nah, bring it Friday. I'm nobody ain't trying to work on no fucking Friday. Are you fucking serious? They be trying to work, y'all. You trying to work nah, y'all get in there and y'all work this container. But it wasn't too bad. And the day before I came through here, I'll tell you more about that, but we'll talk about that. Yes, sir. But other than that, it's been pretty chill. That's what's up, man. Well, as always, don't forget, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. We need funds allocated. Allocated the funds. Yes, sir. So we appreciate y'all tuning in every week after week. This might be a quick one, man. We both sleepy now, man. Yeah, we on an 8. We went to the Chinese place, you know what I'm saying? They got an MSG joint, you know what I'm saying? MSG joint. Yeah, we got to knock out. Man. But we'll be hungry in an hour, so you know how that goes. Right. But anyway, man, yeah, it's been a good one. We appreciate y'all checking us out. Check out all the other stuff we do. Our YouTube page has got a lot of stuff there. Yep. We got our lyrical breakdown. We got our Lost in Thought. Yeah, my man just dropped the Lost in Thought that was really good about the whole slaughterhouse. Not to give that away, but yeah. No, you good, man. But yeah, go check that out. We'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. But before we go too far, we want to send our condolences. Rest in peace. The Braxton family has lost a member. Tracy Braxton passed away. I believe it was earlier today. She had esophageal cancer, which is very tough, man. You know what I mean? Because that's up in here. Yeah. So I didn't even know she was dealing with it. Apparently, they were keeping it quiet over the past year. Her husband kind of put the word out that that's what happened, that they just kept it private over the past year. And man, she was, she wasn't even that old. She had just hit 50. Yeah, and so, you know what I mean? That's still young, man. A lot of y'all think that's old, but that's young. So it's kind of weird to me to hear that she passed. I'm like, she didn't come off as nobody who was, sick or anything. They were still doing their reality show, the Braxtons, and so I don't know. I guess the sisters probably knew, but it's just sad, man. So
Before we go too far, we also, you had to attend the funeral today as well.
Yeah, so
for your friend.
Yeah, so basically they put put him to rest today. It was really good. Not to sound like, but I mean,
it was a pretty big turnout.
Yeah, it was a really good turnout. Standing room, just about. Man, it was a beautiful thing. Really, with the young ones that go like that, usually everybody's together. It was really good to see, even with everything going on, and they trying to divide us and all this stuff. It was really good to see black people and white people like they, today sitting in and actually reflecting about the good memories. I mean, I think that spoke volumes to his character.
His character, absolutely.
It was really good to see that. It was really good to see that. Yeah, man, rest in peace, man. I just hate that. I mean, for somebody like him, I hate what happened to him. Happened to him like that. I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, so before we go too far, let's give them a quick moment of silence just to pay our respects. All righty. Thank y'all for doing that with us.
Yep.
We would also like to send some prayers and well wishes. DMX's youngest son, Exodus, they just released that he is dealing with stage 3 kidney disease. So that's rough, man. He's only 5 years old. So I know that would have broke DMX down, man. Knowing he had to deal with that, man, if he was still here. Because DMX, man, he got a soft heart. He got the hard exterior, but inside, that's a baby right there, man. And knowing one of his kids was dealing with that, oh, man, I don't even think he would have been able to take that one, man. So, our well wishes go out to, the family, all the siblings, the mother, everybody, man. You know what I mean? So that broke my heart just to hear about that, I mean, you ain't but 5 years old and already at stage 3 kidney disease. My father dealt with kidney failure and one of my brothers as well. So, and they're both passed on. So that hits home, man. So anyway,
oh, real quick, I'm at the tech. I don't know if I got to share this part of my man that we went that laid to rest. Not I meant to add this, but
yeah.
So I put a post up. This was like probably about a month ago now.
Okay.
With him, the guy that's deceased in the chair, and I think I told you this, but I didn't tell it on here. But I think some news syndicate out of Raleigh called me and they wanted me to speak on him, and then I was like, I said, first, let me see what the family wants me to do before I speak on that. And but what happened was they got the guy that slayed him or whatnot. I don't know the two and the details. So they didn't really need me at the time. So I was relieved because really on them type of things, it could get messy.
It can, man. It really can. It's a delicate, slippery slope, man. So look like we got somebody on Instagram. So
what's up?
Appreciate you for joining us. So but it's hard, man, dealing with that, man. Especially with somebody young, man. I hate to see young people, man, have to lose their life at such a tender age. So like I said, I mean, Tracy Braxton was 50, and I feel like that's still young.
Oh yeah, thanks.
We gotta get to the point where we don't just accept that we're just dying off at such young ages.
I'm like 10. That's like 10 impossible. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that far away?
Yeah, man. And I'm closer than you. I'm 2 away. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man. I'll be 48 this year.
Hey, man, you want to do you like old yelling? See how
you do?
Yeah,
you're gonna take me out. You're gonna take me out back and put me down.
Yeah, we're gonna just look at that sign right there, Curtis. All right. You're gonna feel some pressure. What?
You son of a bitch.
You better not fuck around, break your leg.
Right.
For real. Yeah, broken leg. Yeah, I want to put him down.
Sorry, gotta put you down.
I put him down.
But yeah, anyway, we got a question of the day that my man Howie came up with. So I'm gonna have him go ahead and break that down for y'all. What's your question of the day?
Okay. What MC will be in what superhero / villain group and why?
And this is like one, you just pick one MC?
It could be one MC,
Okay.
or actually, it could be MCs. If let's say these MCs want to form a group, and they want to be a group of superheroes or villains or anti-heroes or whatever they want to be. What?
That's a hard one, man.
I'll tell you what, though, going to like an anti-hero joint, 4 Horsemen.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can see them being the anti-heroes. Yeah, that's a hard one, man. Oh man, I could see somebody like Kane being like an Iron Man type of character, because he got the swag like Iron Man. He got that kind of persona. So I can see him being that type. Or even like a Batman. But I think more so Iron Man for Kane. I would put him.
I don't know though. He ain't got the. I don't know. I think he'd be the Batman. He ain't got no, elements or nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would kind of like, if God bless the dead, if Prodigy was here, I kind of put him on the Iron Man joint.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we already got
Tony Stark's Ghostface Killer. We might have to. We don't want to make him feel like
yeah.
That's his persona. So shout out to you. You can do a good Iron Man.
Yeah, because he gonna be, man, yo, you crazy God. You know what I'm saying? I'm Iron Man. That's already me. I'm Tony Stark and shit.
What I mean? So yeah, that would be dope too. So yeah, but y'all weigh in the comments. Let us know who y'all think, any rapper or what superhero equivalent, whether it be villain, anti-villain, hero, whatever, you think that they would be good in as far as that goes, man. I don't know, man. That's a good one, man. Now it's got me thinking about all these different scenarios. I can see somebody like Freddie Fox being the Hulk. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Bumpy Knuckles. He's a tough guy. So, but anyway, that's our question of the day. So y'all let us know what y'all think, and we'll kind of chop it up on that. All right. So I guess we can jump into some birthdays. So I don't have a whole lot of notes. So we're gonna go through this website and see what birthdays we got either now or coming up soon.
So today we have, well, not today. Excuse me. Let me make sure. Let me just make sure because they got some more. Yeah.
That's the same site I think I go to.
Yeah, we apologize okay, so today we got Paul Wall.
Oh, Wall. The grills, man. The king of the grills. Happy birthday to him.
And we have Cash Doll.
Oh yeah, hers today too?
That is the 14th.
14th.
I should have had all these together, but yeah, we got Benny. No. We have Young Buck.
Okay.
March the 15th.
Happy birthday to him.
We also have this is John Hahn. Oh, I think he's from the Execution. Not the Execution, but he's from what's that group? Damn, girl, there, Linkin Park.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's still technically hip hop. Let's see what else is on this page just to make sure. These are gonna be kind of like out of order. We have my man on St. Patrick's Day, my man Sean Price.
I love the way that dude sounds, man. That's my dude right there. So we might have to do a breakdown for him that week.
Yeah. Let me see here. You already did that. We have another Andre Nicotina. I don't know who that is.
Typically, when I see names like that, I don't even mention.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, there's nobody gonna know who it is. We don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right. So I don't even mention names like that.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we're covering the bases.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Oh, you ain't gonna talk about my man Mims?
Mims.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Tony.
Yeah, that's the 21st. Let's see here. Yeah, we do apologize because normally we have this Vado.
Okay, happy birthday, Vado.
And then let's see,
13th.
the 13th. Cujo. Oh, Cujo Goody.
Oh, okay.
From the Goody Mob.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Goody Mob's supposed to be coming here soon.
Oh, word.
In the next couple of months, I think June or July.
Okay, and then we got Drez.
Drez,
definitely from what we call it, Black Sheep. So
yeah, he's on the 18th.
18th.
Like. So yeah, happy birthday to him.
All right, we're just looking through. Big Boys today.
No, that was yesterday. So yeah, happy birthday to Big Boy. From Outkast.
And we got Domino from
from the West. Is he from the West? No, he's from St. Louis. Okay.
Anyway,
I always thought he was from the West Coast.
Well, they probably had that West, so that's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
CJ Mack. You know what I'm saying? And let's see who else, because I think we skipped some more. Okay, we trying to look. Well, what we should have done is put it everything. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, so we apologize, folks.
It's all good, man.
Yes.
That's probably pretty much it for the birthdays anyway, because I only go about a week out.
Yes. But there is some honorable mentions. The 13th, we actually had Chi-Town's Common Sense.
Oh yeah. That's right. Common coming up.
Let's see. Let me make sure. So yeah, we have Common. We have Danny Brown.
Okay, coming up on 16th.
He doing anything? Because
I know of.
Yeah, because Danny Brown was nice. I ain't gonna lie. I like him.
I haven't heard anything for a while.
And then we also have Flavor Flav.
Yo, Chuck, man.
Yeah, so, and then Will I Am on the 15th.
Will I Am.
And
what's up, man?
Little Dicky.
Yeah.
And I think that's all the birthdays.
All right.
And if you give
happy birthday to all of them.
We're going to hit the skibbity clap. I'm going to hit some clapping buttons. Because my speaker went out. And we're going to put it back. We're going to put it back on.
Yeah, man. So happy birthday to everybody that's on our list. We appreciate you. Just want to, give everybody their flowers.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
And now let's give them a clap. There we go. There we go. We're back. Back in the building.
All right. So now we can jump into some new music.
Yep.
Let's see.
I hope you can read that.
Kinda. So we got Benny the Butcher. He got a new joint out called Tana Talk 4. It's going pretty hard, man. I heard a couple of songs and I was like, yo, it's giving you what you wanted to give. So my man Flesh and Bone from Bone Thugs, he got a new album coming out next week on the 18th. It's called To the Bone. So I'm looking forward to that. Cypress Hill, I told y'all about this album a couple of weeks ago. Their new album, Back in Black, is coming out also on the 18th. So I think that's next Friday.
Yeah.
And then The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse
came out last night.
Which came out just last night, man. Man, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you, that joint go hard.
Yeah.
Go hard. Yeah, I love it, man.
I enjoy it. I think I ain't heard everything of it so far, but I definitely like Backstage. I think Backstage was my favorite. Yeah. As far as like what I listen to. But everything, I thought to take away from everything else. Everything else pretty good. I did like Vacancy.
Yeah.
But it's, man.
Yeah, I like that Almighty joint, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my joint, too. That and Backstage, I think, are my favorite, too. But, yeah, it seems like a well-executed project. If you really just want some closure with Slaughterhouse, I definitely recommend it. And if you just like real good lyricism, I definitely recommend it. So you can't really go wrong, whether you're just looking for Slaughterhouse closure or or just good lyricism and boom bap. You know what I mean? So
the
beats go hard.
Yeah, fact. And we'll talk more about it later.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
So we got a few topics to run through. You know, nothing too big this week. First, we want to Juicy Smoothie. Unfortunately, he got 150 days in jail. We got any sound effects for him? No. Yo. Oh man. Juicy Smoothie, man. That dude's a clown, man. A straight clown, man. I mean, he's still ride or die about his joint till he get down. Because, I mean, as they taking him out to court, he's like, what do you say? If anything happened
to me, happen to be on my list, I think commit suicide. Like, nigga, nobody killing you.
Ain't nobody killing you.
Ain't nobody killing you.
I'm not even cares, man. They said he's supposed to be in, like, solitary type of confinement where he's sectioned off. I don't know if it's actual solitary, but he's going to have his own kind of private sector. And then whenever it's time for him to come out to the common area and all of that, all the other inmates won't be out there. You know, he'll kind of come out on his own, you know what I mean? So nobody will, you know.
Well, I don't think they, I mean, even if they were to mess with him, I mean, he didn't, it ain't like he messed up a kid.
Right.
It ain't like he did. I mean, you know, he did something false. I don't think they really look.
I mean, they probably ain't gonna.
Yeah, they probably.
I mean, if anything, they're gonna clown. You know what I mean? They just want to be able to clown. You know, like, dude, man, tell the truth. Man.
Yeah, man.
Come on,
man. You killed somebody, right?
How you set it up, man? How did you set it up?
Yeah, man.
Where you get the news from,
bro? Yo, man. Nigerians.
Right. Yo. From what I understand, wasn't one of them like his boyfriend or something like that?
No, they were both his cousins.
Cousins?
I think so. Yeah, I thought they were his cousins.
Okay.
Allegedly.
And when it first came out, they said something about there was his trainers. They were just helping him train or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard something about his boyfriend was caught up in it. Sounds like is that one of them maybe? I don't know.
His new boyfriend gonna be whoever it is in prison. That's gonna be Tyrone with the weights.
Man, listen. Like, yo, let's act out a scene in Empire.
You know what I'm saying? Feel really passionate about you, son. You know what I'm saying? Feel really passionate. This is my boo right here.
Right.
A light skinned nigga right
Let's do Empire. I'm gonna play a tough guy. You gonna play my bitch.
That's right. Pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's a clown show with that, man. I mean, I wish he would have just admitted it, but I think he just feel like, you know, at this point he might as well just stick with the lie, I guess, man. Stick with the lie. But he got 150 days in jail and then bunch of probation. I can't remember how much it was. It was a bunch of years of probation. So, you know, so he can't be so far from the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So
sandwiches.
All right. I wonder, man, I bet his family just embarrassed, man. Embarrassed. Yeah, I would be embarrassed, man.
We know this niggas.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
But anyway, so yeah, that's just the funny story of the day. We also want to point out my man Ryan Coogler, director of Black Panther and many other great movies like Creed. I believe he did Creed and a few more. But he went into a bank, Bank of America, earlier this week and tried to make a large withdrawal, pretty large. And the teller got suspicious and said something in her gut told her something wasn't right about him. So she called the cops. You know, which, you know, in certain situations, I get it. But in this one, I don't, because he passed her a note, which, you know, that can either go either way. But once you read the note, it said, you know, I just want to make a withdrawal out of my account for a large amount, whatever it was. I mean, I know it, but I ain't, you know, that's his business. And he said, you know, whenever you get it out, can you count it somewhere else? Because I just rather be discreet. You know, because normally when they get your money out, they just count it right there at the window. You know what I mean? So he like, I don't want to come out with nobody knowing that I got this large amount of money. So can you just count it somewhere else discreet? And so she looked at that and said, oh, He trying to rob us. Hit the button. You know what I mean? And I just thought it was hilarious because I'm like, I get it, but I don't get it. Because if I read the note and it said what it said, he actually said the word my account, and he said withdrawal. You know what I mean? So he already letting you know I got a legitimate account, and I just want to take money out of it. I'm not telling you, hey, give me $12,000. You know what I mean? So I can walk the hell up out of here.
Well, that's the thing. Who would rob a bank of $12,000? Because
right.
if you rob $1 or 1,000 out of a bank, 100,000, you still gonna get the same time. It don't matter what it is. Exactly. Because you robbed the bank. That's a felony. But I mean, and this is the thing too. You know, like I said, you get both sides, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't blame him for counting. I mean, you know, especially like we said, he was in Atlanta. Shit, people get robbed, you know, like you said.
Right.
Shit, I get nervous when I be ready to cash $100 back. I'm gonna get them to do something. Yeah, just do it in the back. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is watching.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I watch it.
I mean, because he was in Atlanta, so it's like, you can't put it past nobody. I mean, Luda got his car stolen in Atlanta, and he a street dude. You know what I mean? They don't care. No. So, you know, you coming out the bank and everybody know you just got a stack of cash. Man, please. My thing is, if it were me, I would have at least checked. Okay, does he have a legitimate account? Cool. If that checks out, does he have enough money in it? Cool, that checks out. You know, check the ID. Who is this that would be asking for this amount of money? You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man. I mean, just to look at the note and say, I'm scared, I'm calling the cops, I couldn't do it.
Well, the fact that she could have done her due diligence later, too. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like, they get away for a little bit, you know, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, once then they're calling police, like, yeah, hey, we just got robbed, you know, it was, you know, this, that, and, you know, they took X amount of money out of it. Sometimes they report more, but they took more because they'll get that money replaced and more back. Mm-hmm. So really, a bank robbery sometimes is good for a bank because they get, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't good for, you know, but what I'm saying is they get more money back.
Right.
Because of what actually taken. Yeah. Because of things. But, you know, that's the thing. She could have really just did what he asked.
Yeah.
Let him leave. Then call the authorities, verify. Like, okay, this guy said he came in, and they could have looked it up, and it wouldn't have been no scene, and he would have been about his business.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it just it got to me because, you know, I'm like, if the note is the way they show it, I mean, you can see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing that would sound suspicious is all I'm saying. Other than passing a note in general, I can see you looking at that kind of funny, like, why you pass me a note? But then once you read it, I wouldn't have looked at that as funny. I would have just fact-checked everything he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see if you really got an account here. You know,
let me see the name. Yeah.
So I don't know, but that's just me. Maybe I think a little too different.
My thing of it is, and I'll say this, well, you know, if we were gonna close it, but the thing I think I could take away from it of being a positive, I'm glad that Black people was involved and handled it. I'm glad it wasn't as messy. It didn't turn out to be messy or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, they did apologize to him, you know, but I feel like I feel like they put themselves in a predicament where they had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if he would just been an average Joe Smo, they would have been like, okay, we did our job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think, but once they found out who he was, it was like, oh shit, he's gonna pull his money out, issue an apology, hurry up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we need that Black Panther.
Right. Right. You know, sir, Mr. Coogler, we just want to apologize. Wakanda forever.
It's like, look, you fucked up.
Right.
Like America should have came out with the joke. They should have came out like I remember one time the niggas came out there with the kid cough.
Yeah.
They were like,
they kneeled in front of him.
Yeah, they like, we just want to say that.
To the people.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Right. Please accept our apology.
We got the Kennedy Club.
Yo. So anyway, so yeah, I'm glad they kind of cleared it up, but still, I'd have been hot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, he let it go, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, next on the agenda, my man Nick Cannon, his daytime talk show has gotten canceled. Yeah. I mean, I hate it for him. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, the show did make a decent effort, but it wasn't as entertaining as I would have liked it. I don't think it was.
So it didn't really get the numbers.
Yeah, I think it was the numbers. I don't know for sure. I didn't read the whole story. I just know officially it's been canceled. And I mean, I think he was trying to be different because I did watch the show several times just to try to support. And I think he was just trying to be as different as he could. I don't want to be so stuffy and uptight. I just want to have a loose, where all the fans are involved type of show and laid back. And I think that it just didn't work for daytime talk.
Well, that's the thing.
You know
there you go. What you said right there. Daytime.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a different audience than people from prime time.
Prime time, you might have been able to get away with
that. Yeah, you could do. That's what you should have went with, a late night show, like a Nikki Cannon. You know, what's Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel,
or something like that.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. So Cannon show.
He still got wilding out, so that's good. I think that's more of his element, but I think he likes, being able to dress up and be in a professional environment. So, wilding out, you get to wear a little street clothes and, just show the street side. But it is what it is, man. I feel bad for him, but, everybody goes through it. Even people like Steve Harvey, he got his show canceled. I mean, he was doing good.
Well, he was doing he kind of did a lot of shit.
Like capping type of shit.
Well, no. With the whole, NBC got rid of him because the whole he went behind their back. I'm not saying that NBC is right or wrong for it, but what I'm saying is NBC went behind NBC back to do some type of deal. That's why
they got rid of him for that. I never knew. I just assumed they just didn't think his show was good enough anymore.
Which sucks because really his talk show is better than that Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, it really was.
Like what? But you know what? They're gonna let her run on forever.
Oh yeah,
she's safe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what they're gonna do.
So shout out to Nick. I'm glad he still got wilding out.
Oh yeah,
he's got other stuff too.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he got the mask singing.
Yeah,
he ain't missing that. He ain't missed that much.
I wonder if he's still doing his podcast thing. I haven't really seen that much. Maybe that's where he got into trouble.
He had to stop that.
Because that's where they shut him down. And they had him apologizing and whatnot.
Yeah, they had him apologizing.
Which, that's neither here nor there.
We ain't gonna say who.
But it is what it is.
Everybody up there telling you like, yo, you need to fight for these motherfuckers over here.
All right.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it is what it is, man. So yeah, speaking of that, we can kind of talk about, Ukraine a little bit. I know you mentioned you want to kind of talk about them a little bit, what's going on.
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. I heard a lot of stories about, I think there was like a guy in Detroit, black man, talking about he gonna fight for Ukraine. There's gonna be some other folks fighting for Ukraine.
I heard some of us want to volunteer.
Let me tell you something. I don't care if y'all whip my ass. I will fucking personally. If you go over there and fight for them motherfucking people, man, I will personally come hunt you down and kick your goddamn ass. I mean that shit. We need to stay the fuck out of it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. Like it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is white on white crime. Let them fight. Right. Don't be like, I got me a Ukrainian, sister over there, and we got fuck that. I ain't fighting for them motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like right after they on live on the world stage, they done treat these Africans like shit.
Yeah.
And you want to go over there and fight for these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I mean, I don't know what y'all think. It's a hoax that they treating us like that.
Yeah, man. Fuck that.
They doing it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and look, I'm not pro Russian either. I just don't want, because the channel might get canned because
right.
oh, you pro. Nah, I'm not that neither. I'm just saying. We the blacks, America should not lend services to people abroad right now.
Yeah. It's just not our fight.
That's all I'm saying. It's not our fight. Is it?
Yeah. So that's, I mean, I don't really have much to say. I mean, I know I pretty much agree with what you said. I wouldn't be lending my services to them,
No. We got too many problems here, like these goddamn gas prices.
Man, listen. Gas prices is out of control, boy. The memes that are going around about it, man.
Willie Nelson. Yeah, the Willie Nelson, the Snoop Dogg.
Man. They had one where it was Denzel from Training Day. Yeah. And he was standing in front of the gas station.
Yeah.
Was, oh, you motherfucker. Yo, that was hilarious.
That's how y'all gonna do me.
That's how y'all gonna do me.
Huh? Y'all ain't got shit on me.
Right. Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, man, so Ukraine, y'all need to hurry up and handle that. Do whatever y'all gotta do. It seems like they pretty much letting Russia do whatever the hell they want though. Well, so I think Russia pretty much won this thing.
I mean, what can they do? Even if they could kick Russia's ass by themselves,
right?
Even if they could, if they go into the land, they lost because the land size alone would engulf them. If they get out there, and they would get cut off. So they could. Man, come on.
Yeah,
they can't win that.
I don't know how much longer it's gonna go on, but hopefully it'll be done soon.
Nah, the thing of it is, and I said this before, and we'll move on because this ain't hip hop. But the thing of it is, you gotta understand, the West has been sloppy.
Okay.
The West has been very sloppy, and what they've been doing, like Russia, China, they've been peeping game, and they've been like, you know what?
Yeah.
Because really, that's the thing. Like, we might know a little bit about Russia, but do you know anything about China?
Nope.
But guess what? They know everything about us.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. They've been peeping game. They've been watching. Like, okay, we see. We just gonna wait here patiently, and we gonna wait here patiently. We gonna go over here. We gonna build up. We gonna do our thing and shit. The Russian boy, I'm telling you right now, I ain't fucking with the Russians.
Yeah, man.
Like Zangief on Street Fighter 2 wrestle bad. They really do that shit.
I heard.
They do that shit.
I believe it.
Man, come on, man.
Niggas is training super soldiers.
You know what I'm saying? They're wrestling in mother country. We wrestle bad.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Mother Russia, we wrestle bad.
Yeah, I ain't messing with
that. Give hug.
That's, yeah. Just seeing what Zangief could do, I'm like, all right, I get it. I'm good.
I'm good, son. I'm good.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So that is what it is with the Ukraine thing. So we're gonna jump on to the next thing.
Yeah.
They are doing a reboot of the movie White Men Can't Jump from back in the '90s. I want to say that was either '92 or maybe '91. Was it?
Give me one. It probably around that. It was probably around that same area because I think it came out around the same time as Juice and those types of movies.
Yeah, I know. So I want to say '92 is my guess, but either way, it starred Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, and they were both like hustlers, and they just decided to kind of work together to hustle on the basketball courts, pretending that the white boy couldn't play when he really could, and money like that. So, from what I understand, I don't know if this is anywhere true or not, but they said Jack Harlow is going to play Woody Harrelson's character. And the only reason I even saw anything about the story is because Quavo from the Migos said he wanted to do Wesley Snipes' character, but I don't know if he was serious, but that's what he said. I kind of laughed at it. So
I think that's the guy. I think Quavo. It's Quavo. Yeah, Quavo's the guy that kind of viewed our podcast and pointers.
Yeah. So he and that was we definitely appreciate that.
Oh yeah, facts.
I don't see him being the type to take over that character though. He doesn't seem like that type, but I guess it depends on what kind of spin they put on it to make it a reboot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like the Bel Air thing. You know what I mean? They put a different spin on it, so you don't have to be exactly like your former counterpart.
Yeah.
So you know,
I think that's one thing. I think that's the thing that make that one so successful.
Yeah.
Because you go back to the, and don't get me wrong, I understand some people trying to, I ain't gonna say contribute, but or pay tribute, but try to leave the original intact.
Yeah.
But this is a new day.
Yeah.
So we kind of want, what I'm saying, have kind of take
yours
yours.
on it.
Yeah. So
I definitely get that, man. I don't think he's ever done any acting though, has he?
Quavo,
yeah.
not to my knowledge.
Not that I know of, anyway. But
Quavo, just hit us up in the inbox and let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know, man.
Yeah, holla at you, boy.
Yeah, holla at us.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, I don't even think they should do a reboot of that movie. I mean, it was a good movie, but to me, it's not something worthy of a reboot. I think they're doing it just because lately they don't have no ideas. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes, like, the Marvel movies so popular, because most of them have not been done yet. You know what I mean? Some of them, like X-Men, have been done a couple times. Fantastic Four have been done a couple times, but
those movies.
But those were, I think, under different umbrellas.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. You got so much source. You got so much source material you can pull from the comic book movies. That's why they now thinking about even with video game movies now, even like Sonic the Hedgehog, last in 2020, it kind of. I mean, it beat out everything because literally COVID was like that. I mean, wait a minute, the jab did, because I'm afraid if we say that, I don't know if we can say that enough. But yeah, after, when that came out, everything else kind of just like fell off. The Sonic was like automatically the winner. Right. But I'll say that to say this, but yeah, it's just like out of Hollywood, I think the magic is kind of done, because really you have other people doing stuff now. Like you got, you know what I'm saying? You got Tyler Perry with his studios. I love him or hate him, but he got that. You got Netflix. You got other people. You got other people doing more stuff with less budget and doing like a phenomenal job. I mean, I think there's back in the day there were some people that I forgot they shot a movie with I think a phone camera, and it was a good movie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you got, that was way back in the day, but people like bypassing Hollywood. Yeah, it used to be, that had to be the way you had to go, but now you don't really have to so much. And I think the people up there in Hollywood kind of running out of ideas, like you said. They're running out of ideas. So
want to make a reboot of that? It's like, wow. But then you have Rosie Perez, who was in it. I wonder who's gonna play her part. But like you said, it's kind of like the Bel Air thing. The old Carlton ain't nothing like the new Carlton, and the old Jeffrey is nothing like the new Jeffrey. Yeah, the new Jeffrey is gangster. A lot of her is gangster, and the new Carlton, he's a little gangster too. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see how that comes out. That's just on the rumor mill right now. So we'll see how that comes out. All right. So now we can go ahead and move on. I want to give a shout out to my man from Harlem, Dapper Dan. He got a new joint venture, a new collab he's doing with the Gap, and he's going to be making apparel with them. He already started by releasing this new sweater, a hoodie. And instead of saying Gap, it said Dap, which was dope. It sold out in 60 seconds. Yes, sir. It sold out in 60 seconds. It's like, man, you can't even hardly hit the button sometimes. There was so many people that was like, man, I couldn't even get to it. You know what I mean? So that's really dope right there. You know what I mean? So shout out to Dapper Dan, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, but I think they were testing the waters by releasing the hoodie to see how that would go. So yeah, he definitely deserves that, man. That dude worked hard and, came up from the bottom, just, making clothes and, designing shit by just this up here. Buying a bunch of material and then just putting shit together. And he's designed famous rappers like Eric B and Rakim. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I think he did some stuff for LL, Kane, probably a bunch of them that wore a lot of that Gucci and Louis and MCM back in the day. Man, listen.
The thing, man, really, white people were wearing that. And now the fact that, you had a black man working this magic, putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
And like people like iconic like Eric B and Rakim wearing that stuff and like the image, the presence of that, man. So I understand. Now I get to understand it. Just like I was telling, Curtis, like where I grew up, as you can see, like I'm definitely not the stylist dude, all right? so I, I kind of missed the fashion thing. Like I was more of like a jeans, t-shirt, like sweatpants type dude. I wasn't really, I was trying to look neat and decent, I didn't want to look like I'm slob or shit, but I wasn't really like the, I wasn't really like super fashion. I try to look decent, but yeah.
But yeah, man, I just think it's such a great thing, man, for Dapper Dan. And I mean, for him, he's up there in age, and for him to still be getting deals like this is amazing to me because he's so creative. You know what I mean? So, So anyway, shout out to Dapper Dan. All right, so we can move on. Let's go ahead and wrap it up by talking about the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse. That is definitely the big topic for this week. And I did the lost and thought about it, but we want to hear from y'all in the audience and all of that. Let us know what y'all think, weigh in, because I think it still boils down to the same thing for me. It's, Royce and Joe Budden are kind of looking at it like it's the principle of the thing. You shouldn't have done it based on principle. And Joel and Crook are looking at it like we're frustrated. You know what I mean? Y'all acting like y'all want to do something. You know what I mean? You're acting like it. Like, yeah, we were ready to do something. But where is it? When are we gonna do it? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we just need to do this first. So, I'm not ready yet, and I need to find this.
This one ain't doing. If this one ain't doing it, ain't
right. He ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, I. So it's like, after a while, some people are gonna get tired of all of that back and forth. You know what I mean? Stipulations and whatnot. So I get it from both sides. You know what I mean? From Joel and Crook's side, I get it. You want to put music out for the sake of the fans. I really don't think that they did it just for the money. They don't seem like the type that's just starving for money like that. You know what I mean? So I think they were looking at it like the fans keep bugging the shit out of us about it. Let's do it. And, I get it from Royce's side too. Like, yeah, but Slaughterhouse is all of us. So if you can't get all of us, you shouldn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And, Joe, I don't know, man. He flip-flops for me, man, because he'll say in one sentence, oh, yeah, I was ready to do it. And then in another sentence, he was like, I told him I wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, what is it? Which one is it? Help me out. You know what I mean? So
help me.
Right.
Help me.
So I can't rock with Joe on that one. But Royce, I get it. Royce is just like, on the principle, it should be all four of us. And if it can't be all four of us, we should just leave it alone.
And honestly, from that perspective, kind of like what you were saying this morning, when I watched it this morning, rather, what Royce was saying is like, yeah, I've been on the stage and I heard it sound how it sounded without each one of the members, and it don't sound
right.
And honestly, as someone being a part of a group, like, you know what I'm saying, I get it, because it's like, if let's say you're in a band or you play in band, if you don't have certain people or you don't have certain instruments,
certain elements of
the group, it's gonna be off.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to hear DOS effects and one of them niggas is rapping, and when it's time for the other one to rap, we just get quiet.
Yeah, so I get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Oh, chicken.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I get that. Definitely get that. It does feel like you're missing something. But I do think that Joel and Crook sound good together.
Right.
This album is pretty solid. I don't consider it a Slaughterhouse album. I just consider it them just giving the fans some closure, saying, look, here's what the questions y'all always wanted to know. Here's what was going on behind the scenes. And this is why we just couldn't get it together. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know, and so I don't look at it as, oh, we just drop an album and diss the other two. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't look at it like that.
Well, I don't think it, like I said, I don't think it's no beef. I think it's not. I mean, I think they're just really trying to, you know, say they truth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, no, this ain't nothing. I don't think it's nothing really personal against them. I mean, really, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I do wish all the gentlemen in, you know, in this that they get, you know what I'm saying, that they get much success and, you know, good health and all that stuff because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I mean, just like Royce did make the point, like, man, y'all 40. Y'all, you shouldn't be doing, you know. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the other two are like, yeah, but we need the deal to be right. We need to wait for this and we need to wait for that. It's like, I get it. You know, you want things to be a certain way, but in the industry, when you sign illegal contracts about music, there's never going to be a perfect contract. Yeah. There's always going to be something in there where you're like, I don't like that, but it is what it is. I'm just going to give this album to the fans, and, you know, that's it.
I mean, the record company is going to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're in the business for. Yeah. So, I mean, I get, you know, but at the same time, I do understand Joe as far as like, look, I don't want to get raped. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that I understand that part. You know, as far as like, you know, I want to make sure everything is right and exact on on this end. Yeah. But, you know, but I understand Crook part as far as like, hey, you know, I'm trying to work this not just for me, but for everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got when he said, you know, I'm trying to pull this for the family. I'm trying to generate checks for my family. He saw this. To me, I don't know if he met his actual family, that's fine too. But I don't know if he actually saw, you know, he probably saw this as a brotherhood. Like, we're going to try to make this a thing. You know what I'm saying? Make this an actual group. Yeah. But.
Yep. And, you know, well, let me ask you this. I got, matter of fact, 2 questions. Yeah. Number 1, do you think that Royce and Joe will or should respond and like put their own song out? And 2, do you think they'll sound good on records, just the 2 of them together?
Yes. Now when you say a song, you just talking about a song, right?
Yeah, just any song. Like,
I wouldn't say a full album. Yeah, I think they should. You know, maybe address it. Will they sound good together? I believe so too. I think, you know, they'll sound. I don't know if they'll sound good as Joel Ortiz and King Crook together. Right. Because I think they're a little bit more, like when you listen to them sonically, I think they sound a little bit more gelled, and they sound a little bit more conclusive, you know, together they sound, you know what I'm saying, they sound not conclusive, I'm sorry, but I'm throwing words out there. That's okay. No, that's not okay. Can't do that. But yeah, they really sound together, you know what I'm saying? And you could hear that in the music. Yeah. I don't know about Royce and Joe. I think with Joe, he's with the the podcast, got that money. Yeah. And you know, Royce is good. Royce can rap. Royce is, you know, it would be great if Royce did some production on some of them joints. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Royce is coming a long way with the production.
Yeah.
He's kind of mastered making beats. I don't know if he's the best or anything, but when he did the allegory, I was like, okay. Yeah. I see you now, Royce. You know what I mean? He's still, you know, one of my favorites as far as lyricism. Yeah.
I think with Joe not rapping in a few years, which I mean, I'm pretty sure he still, you know, he gets it in, but just not recorded. But I don't think they would sound as polished.
Yeah.
As the guys out here that they got a challenge. So.
Well, like I said, Joel and Crook's album is solid, man. It's got everything you need if you're a real hip hop head. It's got the boom bap experience. It's got the lyricism, and I mean, they are giving you some of their best bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely in support of that. I don't think that Royce and Joe should even try to respond. I think they should just kind of leave it alone. But I just wonder if they will say something. I don't think they would do a whole album together.
Nah,
I just wonder if they're gonna at least do like a little song just to say, "Here's our side of the story."
Because that's the thing too. I mean, just like with the whole Slaughterhouse thing, I think with the Rise and Fall, like I told you, I think the weakest point of the album is that they keep homing and talking about, the issues that they had, which is fine, but they can't have the whole. I think the whole album being that kind of hurts it. But at the same time, I will say this: after this album, they shouldn't talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
they should be focusing on making music.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Crook has actually said that he is retiring from hip hop. He said he's working on one last album for himself, his retirement album. And so, he said that he is willing to do stuff like features after that, but he doesn't think he's going to do like a whole nother album on his own. He said he might do something else if Joel want to get together again and do something else, but
yeah,
as far as by himself, he's pretty much retiring after this. So I'm definitely gonna support the album whenever that comes out. But yeah, man, I just thought it was such a a weird thing. I remember when I first realized that they had friction. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But like he said in backstage, you the fans see one side of it, but after the show is over, they go their separate ways. You know what I mean? Which but that brings me to another point though, real quick. What was funny to me when they were going back and forth on the little lives and stuff, Royce was saying that Joel was lying, that he was telling a half truth about that. He was like, yeah, after the show was over, for the most part, yeah, we would go our separate ways, but me and Crook were real close. We were like brothers, and so we were on the phone with each other like every day. And to me, that doesn't mean that Joel's lying. That means that you and Crook had something going on maybe he didn't know about. Maybe he didn't realize how close y'all were.
Yeah.
So he's going about his business. But I really don't think you should really point that out and say, well, he's not telling the truth because me and Crook were so close. Yeah, but that don't mean he was up in it. He wasn't calling Crook like, what y'all talking about? I heard y'all was on the phone. You know what I mean? He don't care about that. He going back to do his own thing.
Y'all niggas breathing.
Right.
Don't be breathing. Be breathing.
So yeah, I think it's just an interesting situation, man. I hate that it came to this, but
especially at a time
right
like this. But yeah.
But I do not agree that anybody is particularly lying. I don't think that Crook and Joel are lying. I think Royce and Joe Budden, they're not trying to lie, but they're coming off as untruthful in some situations because they're kind of giving mixed signals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it comes off to me, it sounds like it's lies, but I think it's just mixed signals, and they don't realize that's what they're doing. So that's just my opinion. Of course, y'all weigh in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. We'll kind of go from there, chop it up a little bit. Please don't forget, smash the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Brothers.
We need funds
to be allocated.
Allocated. Conjugated.
Degraded. There used to be the dude that when I cut hair, he used to rhyme like that. He was like, yeah, you to strategize, utilize, personalize, funnelize. Like, yeah, it's smooth.
But yeah, man, did you want to say anything else about the slaughterhouse situation?
Nah, man, other than, like I said, the come to a resolve on that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some music out of it. Just like Royce and Maul was saying. Roy and Maul was saying, excuse me. They were saying that hopefully that Glass House will get released one day.
According to Joel and them, they like fuck Glass House.
Well, yeah,
they like we sick of waiting on this shit. Cause I mean, I get it. You know, that's a song of straight frustration. They like, look, if y'all ain't releasing shit right now, I don't care. If you want to release it, go ahead and do it. You do it under some fake name or something like that. But we don't care anymore. Yeah. So I get it.
We should get it, and we should be like not Slaughterhouse.
Right.
Release it. Yeah, we not Slaughterhouse. Right. But we got Glass House.
Call it the Chop House or something.
Yeah, call it the Chop House.
But, you know, I think it's one of those things, if they're really smart, you know, and if they ever get back together as friends, even if they don't release music, if they come back together as friends, they could release that as, like the Wu-Tang when they did that secret album that nobody could hear, and, like, millionaires had to buy that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do some shit like that where only whoever buy it can listen to it, and you know you can't redistribute it or whatever. The whole Glass House thing, you know what I mean? So that would be kind of dope. But I do hope that they all can get back together as friends, even if we don't get no music out of them. Yeah. At least be grown ass men and let this shit go, man. You know what I mean? Y'all. I mean, y'all ain't gotta have grown up together to patch this up. It's just y'all too old for this, and I think that on both sides they both have to get to that point where they're like, I see where I misunderstood. Yeah. And we see where we misunderstood. Blah blah blah. You know. So let's do that. Yep. Anyway, I guess we can go ahead and wrap up the show, man. We appreciate y'all. Again, this has been episode 198.
Yeah, I'm still working. Two away.
Two away. What ain't that the little dance they used to do?
No, we don't do that here.
That was the white folks, you know.
Yeah, the little. I never understood that shit.
I don't know either, man.
But, what was it? Yeah, that was like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I think it was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, John Travolta.
Yeah, that's a classic right there.
Yeah,
man.
you know he likes to dress up.
I heard.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, man. But anyway, all right, man. For Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Harlow. And
we will see y'all on the next one. All right.
Peace. Yeah. That's good. That's finished.